Hi, here we are back again. In this video, we will try and see the top mistakes that candidates make on their resume or CVs. Resumes, as all of you know, are the most important tool for a candidate to present themselves for any opportunity. The entire debates on the relevance, form, and usage of resumes have occupied the recruiting space for a long time. Also, the entire absence of a standard format for a resume makes it open to multiple representation formats as well as pitfalls. Studies have shown that a recruiter on an average looks at a resume for a mere 7 seconds. This makes it even more imperative that the candidate presents their resume in a certain way, which gives the recruiter the entire understanding of the candidate's trajectory, even in a cursory look. So while there are numerous ways and formats and representations for resumes, there are some very common mistakes that many candidates do end up committing. So we'll try and see the top 5 mistakes that candidates make on their resumes. The first mistake, overemphasis on a form than content. So while your resume must look presentable with neatly organized content, an overemphasis on form may lead to the recruiter searching unsuccessfully for the right information all over the CV. So do not therefore compromise with the content just because you have to fit your resume in a certain template. The second mistake, a confusing chronological representation. So your resume must create an immediate picture in the mind of recruiter of how your whole trajectory, your education, your career has moved over the years. It therefore must follow a very sequential approach, and more preferably from the most recent to the first qualification and work experience as applicable. Also, do necessarily check if there are any overlapping years and do provide a justification for them. The third mistake, very generalized statements to explain your projects, work experience, or internships. So when you put in the details to work experience, projects, internships, try and put them very succinctly, explaining your responsibilities as well as achievements, if any. Do not fall into the trap of copy pasting, generalized statements to explain your work experience or achievements. This will make your resume very dull, impersonal, and it will make the recruiter uninterested. The fourth mistake, putting unnecessary information. So often candidates end up putting a lot of unnecessary information, such as, the permanent address, marital status, a declaration at the end of the resume that, I've put in all the information to the best of my knowledge, and so forth. These unnecessarily occupy space and, also aren't useful for the recruiter. So do not put any of such information unless very specifically asked for. Now, the fifth and the final mistake, which is a very, a common mistake that we see on the resumes, is grammatical errors. So, this may be the biggest put up for any recruiter looking to hire, the right candidate. The grammatical errors, may give an impression to the recruiter that, your language capabilities are poor, or even the fact that you're too casual to have proofread your resume. So these are the top 5 mistakes that candidates often make on their resume, and if you are able to avoid this, you can have a very good presentation on your resume and a CV and expect a shortlist for most of the jobs that you apply. So yeah, this is all in this video. In the next video, we'll come up with another topic, and this would be, how do you perform well in an interview? So what are the top mistakes that candidates usually do in an interview and how you can avoid them? Till then, thank you.